Okay, so I am quite certain there's a lot more to Cozumel than just this area with those resorts that pop up and everything. We actually drove for quite a while to and from. It's like maybe a little, so. But gee, was it fun, and the water so blue, so wonderful, and so blue. And so a snorkeling came with part of our pack. So we spent a little bit of time in the sea. Yeah, I guess it was the sea. Looking down and snorkeling. And what I showed in the other little video of the little fish, this little fish came right up to my face. I was like, and it looked just like, the 3D movie of Jaws. The Jaws 3D at the very beginning when they're doing the title sequence. That little section, that little sequence where they actually spent money, and the rest of the movie, no. But just that, when you're going around in the water, looking at the different little fish coming and swimming through your face. That's what it looked like, and I was like, holy hell, no. And these fish are like bold. They will come right up to you, to your nose, and come right up to you, see you, and then turn and go swim really close to your head. And it's like, no, you're in my bubble. The fish were in my bubble. Now there are towers, big, huge, long radio towers and everything like that. And they are powerful towers. What I know about Mexican radio, aside from the music, is that some of them are very powerful, and they will pull in like frequencies from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away sometimes. And I know this from Simple Dreams, the autobiography that Linda Ronstadt wrote, and she wrote about growing up very close to the Mexican border, and so at the time there were the American towers, the radio towers and everything like that wouldn't be really probably wouldn't even be able to legally pick up or whatever. Like, I guess they were like, I don't know, whatever. But she just talked about how she was able to listen to, with her mother, radio program, the Louisiana Hayride, which came out of Shreveport, Louisiana, over KWKH, which would not normally have been, like, you wouldn't pick it up that far other places in the country. But because they were so close to the Mexican-American border, in Arizona, that I want to say around Tucson, wherever Tucson is, but because they were, that they were able to get they were able to pick up those frequencies or whatever. That's what she tells in her story. So I don't know firsthand, but that's what I know about Mexican radio, is that the towers used to be at least really powerful enough. And so let me zoom in and see if I can't pick it up, what I'm seeing. Just that, whatever that is, I have no idea. There's little bitty weird things like that we would see. And there's more resorts that we saw either being built up or deconstructed. I don't know which. And some of those were in the video that I took of us driving back from the resort that we were in. The resort that we were in was Allegro, was the name of the resort, and the very neighboring resort was Mr. Santos, which is the one that my sister and her partner and her friends, the ones that they went on when they were here, and the one that they recommended. So, and it was a neighboring resort, but we went through resort for a day versus the Caribbean excursions, whatever that they do. So it was like only half of the price. I know it's not always polite to talk about money, but also, whatever. I am not. This is a very extravagant thing for me to have done this, and it was so great. And just so that you know, if you come here, you walk off and walk over there, and there's all this shopping all through there. There's shops all the way through there. It's like a little mall. And so what we did from there was that we got a cab, and the cab we paid $20 for the cab, and the cab took us to the resort. Some of the resorts, there's transportation provided, but those are the more expensive resorts, And then you can rent. Hey, you can get this David for $4 or something like that, and it's like $400, and it's only for a few hours. Or you can go where we did, Allegro, and I would really recommend that. The lunch was delicious. I went up a couple of times to the buffet. I went 3 times to the buffet. Not loading down my plate, though. Not the way you pile on, But, sensible portions. Sensible big-ass portions of the food. And then, of course, the dessert was... And I took a little video of that, too, I think. It's the most remarkable version of what we would call back home a Boston cream pie, but there was no chocolate glazing on the donut. But other than that, that's what it would have been. So it's like a sans the chocolate cream pie, whatever you would call that, but a cream puff basically. But it was so delicious. And then, but it had more of a custardy feeling than an actual like just sugary cream filling. But so that's why I say it's closer to a Boston cream pie than a cream puff. But then I had a small portion of a mocha cappuccino flavored cake with a light whipped frosting versus a heavier icing. This is basically as if you take a little bit of instant chocolate coffee or something like that and kind of whipped it into Cool Whip. It had like a Cool Whip, like a texture, but the flavor of a mocha. So maybe you just got like some mocha flavoring, some extract or something like that. I don't know, but gee, was it delicious. I'm amazed by that boat. It is something I would have to save up for because it costs, by price, it's easily $300 more for the same trip on the Icon of the Seas, and the amenities are nearly the same. The only difference is that's got a lot more of a on the top levels, more of a amusement park kind of thing going on to it, and that's something that I can kind of be okay with that, so that's fine. And the Icon of the Seas. So, okay. I'm going to go back inside now. Actually, what I'm going to do is pause the video and go look at the other side of the boat. To check out how wonderful. Ah, there's more stuff over here. Yay! It's somewhat of a quaint. Let me set my glass down for a second. The shoreline that I'm seeing out there in the far distance. I love it. And I don't know how much more recording time I have left in this phone. But tomorrow, oh, and there's a city or something way back over on that side. That's what I would like to see. If there's something over there, get me. That's what I want to see. I was wondering where the civilization was. That when I come to see someplace, I want to go back there. That's what I want to do. I want to go somewhere and I want to see how people live, and I want to get immersed in that culture. And so, but that is something that you do when you come here and then you plan on staying 2 or 3 days in the same town. Then you can do that. You can't really do that in a span of a couple of hours, you know. So, but I am that kind of person. I will go somewhere and walk a strange town or a strange city when I'm there, you know. So, but I've never tried that internationally. And I guess I am like an international man of mystery now. Without the mystery, because I just, yeah, I pretty much talk too much. This has been a fun, I'm glad I did this. And I will say I had some trepidations and nervousness. Some of it was about the sleeping arrangement, that what may have been the first night, but I think we postponed that and we just drove down overnight. But once we got that worked out, I'm glad that, yeah, I'm glad it worked out. Stupendously so.